Hi guys, welcome to Tea with Tumiso. My name is Tumiso and this is yet another episode of Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational. My guest today knows no boundaries. She's outside. We're gonna get her and we're gonna talk to her. So let's go. Come with me. We're gonna get her. Hi, Thembi! Hi! Welcome! Oh my god! Dynamite comes in small packages. She's a dynamite and her name is Thembi Maheso. She's my guest today. Thembi, say hi to my guests,
Hello.
to my viewers.
How are you guys?
So, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna teach you how to make pancakes, right? We're gonna make pancakes. So we're gonna go make pancakes and then we're gonna sit down and have a chat with Thembi Maheso. She's in the house. Yeah. Guys, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Yay, pancakes.
Hello guys, this is Thembi Maheso. I'm excited to be on your show, Tumiso.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
hosting me.
Thank you so much for coming. So take us back from where it all started, because you are an academic and I call you an academic because you have done so many professions. You have done education, you have done engineering, you have done, all of now you're a nurse, right? Take me through all of it. Like, why did you get into so many and, just the journey?
Okay, so people just assume that I'm confused.
Yes, I
But
can
then
imagine.
from your mama and she's worse. Because she's thinking I do not want to settle,
Yes.
But then it all started because I've always been an academic.
Nice.
Instead of watching TV, I'll just read. Look, I love reading, by the way. So I'm just
Writers Club, Readers Club.
I wrote as well. And it's
My goodness.
if you cover my Facebook post when I'm writing something serious, you can see
I can
that,
see that this is professional. It comes from someone who's experienced, who has been doing it for a long
I
time.
loved writing growing up. And then I don't know. I've always thought myself to be a genius because people would call me a genius. I'm like, I was so modest, like, no,
I'm not a genius.
no, I'm just an average student. But then I think I discovered about genius when I reached Boma grade 11.
Nice.
And then I had to fail. If it's a grade 11, I was like, no, Mara, this is not me.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, so I started pushing, put my all in everything. And then when I got to matric, I managed to get my bachelor's pass.
Nice.
And that for me was like, yay.
You
now,
are really this girl.
This is you.
You are the girl.
This is you. Like, I was the first, I think, more family to get, no, I was the second after my two cousins, I think. Yeah, I was the third.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me, it was like, yeah, now I've joined the bachelor's.
Nice.
I went to the bachelor's club and yeah, let's see where it goes. So people do not understand the power that your matric holds.
Nice.
So they keep on playing and playing and thinking, worry, maybe they'll fix their lives after matric. Okay, I always encourage people, worry, do your best go matric.
Nice.
Then everything, literally,
Oh my god.
Because now I've never spent anything towards my studies. Never.
Okay, what the bursary, okay, what the financial aid.
Never.
My goodness.
Never.
That is so inspiring.
Never. Like, I've never used any money from my own pocket at school.
Nice.
No. I think that's one thing that I've lifted off my parents' shoulders.
The burden.
Because during my engineering studies, NSFAS.
Nice.
Education, NSFAS paid. Nursing, the government bursary paid. Now that was because you even got your stipend today. Everything. Yeah. So like the only thing I would encourage people about it, do your best go matric and then everything
things
else
will open up.
Yeah, like
I love that.
You are not gonna be limited by your age or anything. The first thing that they look at matric. Then the rest, yeah.
It's history. When I was introducing you, as saying you are a groundbreaker, you are someone who doesn't see boundaries. And the fact that you have studied all of these professions, like you've done education, you're a nurse, you've done engineering, it proves to me, you were saying people might think you are confused, but it proves to me that you are someone who doesn't see boundaries, like you don't see limits to your education and all, which is very inspiring. You know what, guys? My guest today, you know what? We're gonna be provide today with inspiration because she's a young and inspirational young lady who's doing amazing things. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna continue talking to our guest. Thembi Maheso is in the house.
This is literally what happens during the break. We eat and we eat and we eat. This is not intended
Remember, guys,
for
that banana
anyone's
flavor is so
viewing because we were
rotate the banana. It's
charming.
so nice.
It's so nice.
So good. I outdid myself here.
Tumiso, I love it.
Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to Tea with Tumiso. I'm still chilling with the amazing and academic of nature. Her name is Thembi Maheso. She's my guest today. She's young and she's inspirational. So, before we went to the break, you talked about how you were the second, in the family, or the third in the family to qualified. And I've read most of your posts, your earlier posts when we started becoming friends, and I could see how proud you were that you were qualified and how proud you were, sort of celebrating yourself in that you have achieved so much. Take me to your family background. Why is it that you celebrate so much that I'm here, like I've done so well for myself? Your background, describe it for me.
I think I draw inspiration from my parents, ne?
Lovely.
Yeah, because Mama completed her matric when I think I was in grade 2 and my brother was in grade 5. She went back for this king, I will complete her matric,
Wow.
And that for me was a checking point or no, because Mama completed her matric and
It's
in her
possible.
own house, a wife. Then what's stopping me to go beyond that
Lovely,
matric?
lovely.
Yeah, Mama, ne? And then my dad also. Yo, Papa ko botlhale. O challenge academic, we'll sit down and argue, and at the end of the day I'm like, Maroksala, I'm the graduate here. But I think it's from both parents. I think the drive from my mom and the intelligence from my dad. And then also I think I also had a very good kids, the school structure. I had supportive teachers who saw potential and eventually invested in it. Like they would give you positive words of reinforcement. You're doing good. Keep on writing. Do this. Do this. So I think that's that. And I also had such a naughty brother. Yo, Tepo. My brother was so naughty. Like I was the academic and the quiet one. My brother nearly all over but he watching and he would want to explore everything. So now for me it was more like, no, now I want to be that woman who drives her own car, like sets command, and I want to be listened to.
An independent young woman.
Thank you.
We love it.
I get a modeli after matric, flying colors, and then got pregnant.
Yo, and do you think something like that would break your spirit, or will slow you down, or would make you lose hope or discourage you?
Nah.
But you still continued.
Now it was like, now
I have to push even more.
Ngwana gago a yo ba le role model ka next door like you. So tshwantse a be le role model in the house. Like I'm only 19, I'm still young. I have a lot to achieve. Like I cried when I found out I was pregnant. So my brother was like, no, it's fine, we'll look after one. Karangiri, it's not your body. This is my body.
Yes.
So I'm deciding what I give my for now. Let me just achieve my dreams since our mama find out that we don't do that here. And then it went on. I had my baby when he was a year, 2 years old. my brother decided to work with engineering.
Young women are taking, the bull by their horn and they're sort of wanting to take charge of their lives and take charge of their careers and take charge of their families. And I think you are exemplary of that as well. So you know what, guys? Let's go to a short break. When we come back, I want us to talk about your nursing career because you're currently a nurse right now.
Yeah,
We want to get into it, but I also want to discuss something that is very vital right now in society that I think you have the expertise to share with us. So, guys, after the break, I'm still hanging with Thembi Maheso. Hi guys, welcome back to Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational. And my guest today is young and she's inspirational. Thembi Maheso is in the house. Now, Thembi, you are qualified as a nurse and you are practicing nursing right now. And I want to get into that. But before we get into the nursing, and I can imagine why you're in the nursing, but I want you to confirm it for me because you are a survivor of cancer. You're a cancer survivor.
I am.
Take me through that experience. I mean, it's worth celebrating that you survived such a crucial and I don't want to say pandemic, but it's something that really a disease or an illness that really just sweeps off people and people just give up and a lot of people unfortunately have passed from cancer. Take me through your experience of, being a cancer survivor.
Towards the end of my qualification, I went home one December and then I was on my periods. How suddenly I have this urge to push. Like I pushed. Like I got toilet. I find this clothes. I'm like, maybe it's nothing. It's just clothes. So January we go back to school. My friends are like, you've lost weight. So I tell this other friend of mine, no, I was bleeding so badly in December. I even took photos.
Oh
yes. This because it's this is a tip, ne? If you are clotting or you have a wound and you have to go to the clinic or consult, at least have a picture. So they can analyze everything.
Nice.
So I showed my friend, this was what I was at. This is bad. Because the time you on oncology guide, this is what people with cancer presented. I was like, no, I can't have cancer. From where?
Where do I get this? Why isn't this happening to me? Oh my God.
I can never. The woman of stubborn, I just can never put like
not me.
Not I cannot. So it went on every month. I'd build for 15 days with clothes. I'm like,
it must mean something.
So I got a job before I graduate. Go nursing. I got a job back. I'm teaching.
Oh my God.
So I'm just all over there. So I went back, got teaching, and then I had complications skill teacher. So regular consult tests were run, what. And they were like, we found a growth in your womb, but we cannot exactly determine or what is wrong. So we are just gonna run tests, but you can come back after 6 weeks so we can see what again. I went back. When I came back, cervical screening, it was clean, it was clear, no cancer then, but we can't get the results for the biopsy that we took.
Yes.
But when we check, this thing is growing at a rapid rate. We are not happy. So let us book you in for theater so that next time maybe you'll get your results and then we can see
clearly.
I lost weight. You can imagine the bleeding 15 months, 15 days in a month with clots and everything.
Oh my God.
So I lost weight. I went from 34 to 26. And you know the society again.
We always run to that other. How we just want people to just be.
Even if it was that, then it was gonna be simple. Treatment
Deal with it.
Deal with it in my own way. But this,
it's worse. People don't even understand how this can be emotionally taxing, physically taxing.
Like you can stand on the gate to it's this. And it's more fatal than
that one.
I was sharp. Then when I went in for theater, the results were still not in.
They still couldn't see what's happening.
They couldn't see. And the doctor was like, how many kgs did you lose? I was like, I lost 12 already. And then you become anemic. You're over pill. The doctor was like, I'm going to call the lab now. He called Kevin. He was so angry. This person. Why?
Test not
Why? And we are still checking the growth is expanding. So we need to know what is wrong with Manoa. Luckily, the same time after our shelter results came back, I'm surrounded by 7 doctors. 2 are specialists.
God.
They are analyzing that bona atypical hyperplexia. I'm a nurse. This is cancer. So they use terms they don't know. I was a student nurse. So I just sat there like, yeah, you have some growth, but it's not cancerous. It's just it's still. They had to
just like sort of soften it
I
up.
get so that theater. So they told me, no, we are going to theater. We're just gonna cut the growth and then analyze it and what. How after theater, the same doctor comes back. I can't remove your womb for now. I just had to take the growth from your womb because it was spread to the lymph nodes. The only thing that spreads to the lymph node is cancer. How did you know? I was like, I'll come back after 6 weeks and then to check if they were spread or not. But for now, we've removed the growth and then Rafisha with I think apply ice or something, they freeze it, whatever. I went to, and before the whole operation, I remember he started follow up. What is it, genetic or what?
Oh yes.
So I botsa koko on this other side. Papa, my great koko, no, we don't have that. Kabo mama, my grandmother was like, no. 4 generations later,
we don't have that.
We have it, but 4 generations later, it had to get you.
And it's possible, right?
Right. I was like, for me, the way I analyzed it, I was like, wow. I get I'm the genius of the family, so
I have to sort of deal with, challenges, obstacles
that come from the ancestral line. I was like, yeah, it's fine. She was like, no, they have to remove your womb. We call it shilumi. That's Changal. I've only that time. We call it shilumi. They'll remove your womb and what. When I went back, my results were clear. I was cleared. They removed the whole thing. Like that is where I saw Remodimo works in mysterious ways.
Oh my God.
The universe works in. If I hadn't gone into nursing, I wouldn't have taken it seriously.
Much.
The bleeding might be something.
Your friend who you're studying with was the one who actually prompted you to see that this is
almost all of my classmates were like, go, like this is not it. So for me, I think going to nursing, fighting with my mom
was for a good cause.
was for a good cause.
A blessing in disguise in a way. Oh my God, guys. I'm just like blown. My mind is blown.
So yeah, I survived it. It was a very short journey. No chemo, no radio, nothing. Just the removal of that thing by freezer. When they tested the lymph nodes, there was nothing. CT scan cleared.
Oh my God. So after the break, we're going to talk about some mental issues that, you know what, she has the expertise to help us deal with mental issues. After the break, Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational, Thembi Maheso is in the house. My goodness, guys. You know what? I'm having the time of my life. I'm learning a lot and also getting to know my guest today, which is amazing. So I want us to talk about mental health. And I think we discussed this earlier, that, especially in your profession, sort of like setting boundaries for, the profession that you're in that you're protecting your mental health. I want you to sort of expand on that, How did you get to a point where you realize that boundary setting is related to sort of protecting your mental health?
So when I went into nursing and then I was exposed to different people's different lifestyles, and behaviors. Yeah, because the first thing that you notice mental health is the behavior.
Yeah.
So the behavior communicates what are guys.
Something is not okay.
So it's something that if I were to go back to being a teacher, then I'd make a really, really good teacher because I want to analyze before we actually get into the lesson.
Yeah.
So in nursing, I've also learned hormonally the learning disabilities that are in line with behaviors.
Wow.
So I don't think teachers know a lot about that, and how to address them or how to deal with the mental health and learning disability issues. Because you find teachers and that
frustrating, frustrated.
Yeah, instead of trying to get to
understand the core issue
of the problem, because you must know as a teacher and as a nurse that you treat a person as a holistic being.
Wow.
As a holistic being, because teachers only address the academic side.
But
I'm here to teach and impart knowledge, and I'm out of it. So a nurse believes I'm here to heal, and then but you have to approach more to as a holistic being.
Wow.
Mental, psychological, physical, and everything.
Yes.
Their religion is very important to take into consideration when we're dealing with issues such as mental health. So coming down to drawing boundaries, I was lucky to be placed to go psych ward sometimes. So I'd go to psych ward and realize we are going through a lot. And we are going through a lot. And for me now, I think maybe it's strong or something, because 2015 I lost a daughter. And I think that was a point for me going to drugs.
Oh yes.
Going to alcohol.
Yes.
Self-destructive behavior.
You could have been a rebel or just like reckless living.
I would have done and tell people, oh no, this is
I have an excuse, Pella.
Yeah, this is my coping mechanism. A 3-week-old baby.
Oh my God.
We were bonding, everything was fine. The next morning she's 4. So as much as it did affect my mental health, where I would cry a lot in my own free time, and I would think, even now, or I come someone across her age, I'm like, yo, my daughter would be this big. But but it's fine, because it was after her death that I actually pushed more. I registered for my degree.
Nice.
Yeah, I registered for my degree after she passed on, and then I aced everything. I graduated with 20 distinctions.
Hey! Wait. Now we have to go back. What?
20 distinctions out of 40 modules. So I got 20 distinctions.
And
it was all in. I'm doing this for my daughter.
Wow.
I owe her everything. So I put. It was Sholani, my older son. Njabulo, it's my late daughter, by the way. So nice. I changed my Facebook name to Njabulo Hope. So Njabulo is actually my late daughter, and then Hope Kisholani, the older one. He's the one that gave me the first hope. So this Basi, and he was the stamping it all. By the time I was doing my final year. So you can imagine families finding out worry.
Where's our final year?
What now, boy, we are pushing for you.
Yes. Now I'm doing this.
Now I'm doing this for you. So I remember I had labor pains when I had an exam the following day. So I gave birth in the morning at 10 past 5, and 6 in the evening I had an exam. So I was breastfeeding and then typing. And I think I got 96 for that exam. A newborn. So I think that is where I think the Polella affected me so much, but positively.
Also influenced you positively.
Yeah,
to push.
Yeah, now she's pregnant. What? Our daughters can never be like. I was used as that example. Don't ever
be like that, man.
Good. Don't ever. Whatever you do, Oscar.
Wow.
Now I'm used as I'll do me. with my kids by my side, and that for me is a win.
Wow.
And that for me is a total win. So the moment you sense any toxicity, anything that's not benefiting you, I will lash at that.
Please get away, get rid.
Like it's not worth it because like what you come to realize or most of the key depression.
Wow.
Depression caused by what? Hey, financial struggles. My husband cheated. What? And the more I attended the sessions when kick up those teenagers for their sessions, and then they talk about boundaries, and then you have to draw. Okay, this is my boundary. I want happiness. I want peace.
Yes.
I want a stable mental space.
Well-being,
yeah. So it's also important to understand what the mental health but mazidas you affect.
Wow.
So Tumiso is angry today. I want to eat the pancake because we shot a banana. Ka fihla ko mosebetsing anger yela wetsa we found and then when that ones we receive it. Oh, why you don't do that? You don't receive it.
It's got impact in any way. I love that.
I've been telling people what like really too.
Wow.
Are you addressing yourself or are you addressing me?
It's sort of projecting.
Good.
You are sort of suffering, and so I want everyone to suffer. As well,
exactly. So to be like mentally strong and to challenge those things. At the end of the day, that's what
I realize. Yeah, it's actually
and then you
come down.
And then he will eventually come down to a level. Because I shoot and then you and I watch it. Wow. Those projections and you're putting them into yourself and it's not working.
I want to discuss something there because we grow up in rural villages and we see, people who are, not okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes we go to families bad thing. And we sort of are not educated or informed enough to understand that this might be, mental health issues. And then and I see that happening in our villages. Can you sort of like advise us on how can we deal with people who are mentally unstable, so that we are not sort of arabarogi or like look down on them, but sort of come to an understanding that they are not so okay mentally.
Okay, so those people are defined as the vulnerable groups. Okay, personally the elderly, So you first have I'm always emphasizing, I'm still emphasizing tabaya behavior. So mental issue I not well. There are certain behaviors.
Or what behavior change?
Yeah. Or no man, something is wrong. So the moment you notice a change in behavior, sometimes depression you can notice it because one moment you're too happy.
Next thing I guess about anyone.
Then sometimes mix a lot maybe bipolar or something. But the moment you notice a change in behavior, people losing interest in just see if you can't help them seek for help. Professional help. But persistence, consistency. What I would advise our community or just find like ways to accept them, but to treat them as
equals.
Yeah. You're not going to address Moses Sahafise.
Oh, why will you do that? So, my goodness gracious. Lord, guys, if you haven't taken anything away that's going to change your life today, you are not a good listener. Because my guest today is giving wealth of knowledge and information for us, especially when it comes to mental health issues. Our society is really struggling when it comes to this issue. We're going to take a break. After this break, it's going to be the last leg of our conversation. We're going to sort of close off the show. But I had an amazing time, and yeah, we'll see you after the break. Guys, welcome back to Tea with Tumiso. So this is the last leg of the show. We are closing off the show. I'm going to say goodbye to Thembi. But I had an amazing time, and as I was saying, energies, I felt your energy and it clicked, and that's why you're here. And the conversation, the flow of it proved to me that we vibrate on the same level. So before we close the show, because our show is Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational, right? And we invite young people who are inspirational. Before you leave, we want you to give, our audience a word of inspiration, a word of encouragement of some sort, just to keep them going.
Okay. What word of inspiration? Okay, I think the most important thing as an individual is to master how you perceive yourself. Ne? How you perceive yourself basically outlines how people will perceive you. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to approach me, shoulders dropped, head down, then already I know what no self-confidence issue, and then I'm on you. So perceiving yourself as the most successful, most independent, most influential person then defines how the next person or the universe will respond. Take for example, I did nursing. I'm not happy. My mother was like, yeah, you said teaching is not challenging. You went into nursing. I know next time I was about doctor. I was like,
actually.
Because as much as I have multiple qualifications, I've registered for Kokwala my medicine science so I can actually become a doctor.
Come on.
So I'm on this 4-year plan. My son is in grade 8. And then I'm leaving to study medicine. So it's always about goals, it's always about plans and what you plan to achieve. So have a plan in place, have a positive self perspective, have crazy, loving friends, have boundaries, guys.
Yes.
Have boundaries, yeah. Yes. And set your mind to anything that you want to achieve. I got Thomas guy. I got Thomas maybe it's like next week I can graduate or we put because but then
possible.
Push is, especially if you have kids. I think kids must draw inspiration. I can't emphasize that enough. Draw inspiration from
your parents.
Yeah, from my mom. Like the pressure on you is too much now.
Yes, because I'm setting the standard.
Yeah, because yeah, so as a parent, set that example, pave way.
Yes.
Create a legacy.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's all I have to say for the day. Thank you so much.
The bombs like no, Africa is shaking. Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Oh my God. Words cannot even describe how fun and how amazing it has been to have you on the show today. I'm sure my guests are just like salivating right now because you have given us words that we're gonna bite and chew on for the rest of the year. Guys, this was Tea with Tumiso, young and inspirational, with Thembi Maheso. We are signing out. We are saying goodbye. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. The commenting, please. I want to hear what you think about my guests. So bye. Yeah.